The Grandfather Mountain Highland Games is undoubtedly one of the most famous Scottish festivals in the world. It plays host to numerous prestigious contests befitting of this distinction. The games are held each July at McCrae Meadow, near the top of Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina. Competitors from far across the globe trek here each year for the privilege of competing as musicians, dancers, and athletes for some of the finest judges in the world.
My name is David Goodman. I am from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm the pipe major of the Nashville Pipes and Drums.
My name is Gail Bacon. I'm a judge with the Scottish Official Board of Highland Dancing from Mountain Hood, Oregon.
And my name is Tracy Walton, and I'm also a judge with the SOBHD, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
My name is Wes Kaiser, professional Highland Games athlete. Been a pro since 2012.
My name is Stuart Marshall. I just competed here today at the Grandfather Mountain Highland Games in the Grade 1 piping.
The Games were founded in 1956 by Agnes McCrae Morton and Donald F. MacDonald, both of whom revered Scottish history and culture. Inspired by his experience at the Braemar Highland Games in Scotland, MacDonald recommended that in addition to being a gathering of Scottish clans, Grandfather should also host competitions, as is traditional at games in Scotland.
I compete at Grandfather Mountain. For me, it is the kind of the biggest games that I come to play at.
Grandfather Mountain is my home game. In 2008, I had an athletic director tell me that I should try the Highland Games, so I came here to try my first time as an amateur. Been coming back ever since. This is my 11th year competing, and I love it here.
Since its very first year, Grandfather has welcomed competitors who, like the Athenian Olympians of old, compete not merely in the hope of winning, but in the pursuit of sharpening their skills and honing their crafts. That spirit endures today.
It's where all the players come from different areas. People come from all over to this games because it's just got that reputation in the EUSPBA.
Everybody I've heard today has sounded really good instruments despite some of the conditions that are a bit difficult at times, but everybody's sounding pretty good, and the standard of play is really high. So even if I don't do so well in competitions, it's nice to know because everybody else sounds really good as well.
Everybody wants you to do better. The camaraderie and how welcoming the crowd is. People in the Highland Games want you to do better than them. All the pros are wanting you to throw further. Everybody wants the sport to grow bigger.
Grandfather Mountain is by far my favorite game of the season. While everyone here is super competitive, the camaraderie that we have here is tremendous. Everyone's here to help everybody. Everyone's here to throw their best throws.
Dancing is a worldwide thing, and so there's dancers here that are friends from all over the United States and Canada and Scotland. I know that when I've danced, even some of the organizers that are here, I danced with when I was a younger girl. So it's really a fun, collaborative thing that you do all your life. So it's really fun.
It is. You make lifelong friends, and it's really one of the best activities you could do as a young dancer and as a judge.
Here, there are world-class competitions in bagpiping, drumming, Highland dancing, and Scottish athletics. Contestants compete in a variety of disciplines, and they are segregated according to their level of experience. In a single day, one might observe a reigning world champion and then meet an amateur who will one day win that same title.
I've been coming here for, I want to say, almost 20 years. I came here as a child with my family long before I learned to play, and about 10 years ago I started to learn to play and have been competing here almost every year since.
I came down here and competed as a young dancer and really enjoyed doing that, and I am thoroughly enjoying my time as a judge here.
All contests are conducted in the open for spectators to see. Thousands of people come to the Grandfather Games every year, and an untold number of them come to see artists and athletes use their formidable skills to become champions.
The crowd's very into the competition. You don't find that anywhere else in the United States with how big the crowd is and how excited they get.
Even though the competitive events at Grandfather are traditional, they have acquired an identity all their own in the years since the games began.
This is my first time competing here. It's different than any other games I've been to. I've traveled across the country. The crowd and the atmosphere it's extremely different. The relationship with the athletes is different than any other sport I've competed in. I've competed in almost all strength sports.
This is a pretty unique games. One, the location is very scenic, and that makes it a nice backdrop while you're playing some music.
It's a unique setting. We're on top of a mountain. You have to take into account altitude and weather and rain and sunshine and flying cabers and people playing all around you.
And while that's going on, you have terrific music in the background, the bagpipers competing right behind us. We have the Highland dancers dancing, sheepdog out there doing what they do.
One of the things that's really different about the Grandfather Mountain Highland Games is that you're in the center of everything. That's both a good thing and a bad thing as a judge, because you can see everything that's going on, which is really nice. But when you have pipe bands going right behind you, it's really hard to hear the piping for the dancing, and it's a wee bit distracting. But all fun.
Not only are there more competitions and more competitors here than nearly anywhere else in the world, but the atmosphere is simply unlike any other games.
Another nice aspect of competing is that you get to see some old friends and some new friends as well, meet new people. Often it's a family affair too. My brother also plays, and a lot of people have other family members that also play and compete. So often you have family and very close friends that you meet up at the games. And even though you're competing against them, it's always good to see them, and you try to keep nice and relaxed in competition, and everybody gets along very well. So that's another nice part of it.
Grandfather is perhaps the most popular Scottish gathering in the world, and it boasts an impressive collection of competitions to match. Medals, trophies, even world records have been won on this meadow.
So for me, this is kind of like my Super Bowl for the year. I always want to do well here and get one of those nice plates. And I'm very happy to actually get to take one of those plates home, because that's my first time to actually win the overall. So it is off my bucket list.
Each competition keeps alive some small part of Scottish history and tradition that, without games like these, might be lost forever.
I couldn't ask for a better place to throw or better people to throw with. I love it here, and I'll come back until they tell me I can't.
These events are unique and unforgettable. Join us for a grand occasion.